Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Brendan and welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, it's great to have you, and today I'm going to be giving my 2020 Ethereum price prediction. And I know I'm a couple months late to the party. We only have 4 months left in 2020, but I think Ethereum is getting ready to do some big things, and I want to talk about it in this video. I want to talk about the potential that Ethereum has and where I think it's going to go along this course to the end of 2020, even moving into 2021, because I think it's going to be a little bit of a roller coaster of ride, and we are already off to a great start. So if that sounds interesting, go ahead and stick around for the entire duration of the video, as there will be important information discussed the entire way through. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on in here. Now, I think one of the most important things to notice is that where we are at right now, what we have broken out of, and where I think we're going to retrace back down to, because I do think that we are seeing a little bit of a retrace here, and I think it could continue just a little bit more before we continue in this uptrend. Now, let me explain that. So we have this trend line that I've already talked about on the channel, 1, 2, 3 major swing touch points. And as soon as we broke out of this, the big thing was that we had to break this. We hooked it very, very well, and then we had to go. Now, when we're doing this, you have to have a breakout with 1 volume and 2 price action. It can have great volume, but if there's no price action, it doesn't matter. And if there's no price action on the breakout, then, what kind of a breakout really is it? So when Ethereum decided to break out over here, it had both of those. We see this on this daily chart that the volume was great, some of the best volume that we've seen in months now. I mean, maybe almost in even more than that. So with the volume being great and the price action following that, I mean, we had a jump in Ethereum from nearly $235 up to almost $335, which is a $100 gain and almost over 30-40% for Ethereum. So with this being seen and this happening on the chart the way that it did, this is a great sign that, again, this is a reversal. Now, when Ethereum skyrocketed up to the place that it was at just around 335, the most common place for a retracement, in my opinion, would be this previous top area, which is where I think that we could very well go to. So now that we have had the break, the break, the hook, and then the go, I think that we're about to just do the exact same thing again. And so we broke this resistance. I think we're going to come back down, retest this very level around in here, and then we're just going to break, hook, and then just go again. And then I think the next target is going to be this next previous high. Now, I think we could very well just bust right through this one. Time will tell, but if Ethereum gets through this guy, it will be extremely significant, because this is the previous bottom, now previous top. This is former support, now turn resistance. And until we break this, it's going to continue as resistance. So this Ethereum chart really needs to break this level, and if it does, this thing has room to run, and I can't emphasize this enough. Yes, it has resistance in here, and it has to kind of break out of this whole range, but once it gets past this, it is going to get easy very, very fast. Now, because after you have like 350, 360, the next thing you have is like 415, and then after 415, I mean, there's just not too much in here that I see up until you get back into like the 800 range or upper 700s. Now, obviously, there are going to be some psychological levels of resistance in here, but for Ethereum to get past the stages that it's been at, it will have taken so much that the resistance that it has broken through everywhere between like the $100 and $400 zone, or excuse me, I would say between the $100 and $400 zone, all up in here. This is the main resistance. If it breaks through this, and we're confident that it's breaking it with volume and with great price action, then what's happening in this top half is significantly less hard to break through than this bottom half. I mean, shorts have been getting liquidated. I don't know if you guys have seen the BitMEX short logs, but I think I saw almost $100 million in shorts get liquidated in a day, in like 24 hours. That's ridiculous. So shorts are getting annihilated right now. People are losing interest to short. At least they were for the time being, because so many people were just simply getting liquidated. Now, there's always going to be people shorting the tops, and there's nothing wrong with that, but one of the most common things that we see on charts like this, and this is going to be in tomorrow's video as well, is that when we break out of an area, we come back down to the previous high, we get rejected from an important significant level of the top, and then we come back down, retest, and then we can continue to move upwards. It's just classic technical analysis. So if we're looking towards the end of 2020, we're looking towards the beginning of 2021, where can we realistically see Bitcoin going? I think that's the question that you guys are probably here for. And in my opinion, if we want to look at our next major resistance, I think it's going to be up towards 800s. Now, am I guaranteeing that we're going to hit 800 by New Year's? No, of course I can't guarantee that. This is trading, and there's no certainties in trading, but I think that there are probabilities, and I think the probability of Ethereum heading higher than $315 is significantly higher than it going below and staying below $300. It has been suppressed for so long. We can see the great bottoming formation over in here, a slightly higher swing low, and what a lot of people even call a double bottom. This thing looks like, with the previous top breaking over here and this downtrend looking like it's pretty much done. So long as we don't get rejected now, Ethereum looks like it is ready to reverse and run, in my opinion. So again, guys, everything I say, nothing I say is legal, financial, or tax advice in any way, just strictly my opinion for educational purposes. But if we're looking at a trend line of any sort, any kind of trend line that we have left as resistance, the only thing that I could draw is this guy up here, where we have like 1, 2, and 3 touch points. And then of course we broke down, hooked, and then kept going. The exact same method. Again, this happens all the time in technical analysis. This is going to be former support, now turned resistance. And like where this is at right now, we don't have resistance till like $800. So again, Ethereum has plenty of room. If it can break and hold over this like $400 mark, it can pretty much go another 100% from there, in my opinion. So I think, again, guys, the volume's doing good, volume's climbing. Indicators are still climbing for the most part, and this chart is looking like it has a lot of potential. And I think that's the name of the game with cryptocurrency right now, is that there is so much potential to be had here. There's no certainties, right? There's no certainties in anything with life, but with this chart, especially with cryptocurrency charts in particular right now, the amount of potential that is there is ridiculous. Now, some people are going to argue that the potential is to the downside and shorting it. Others are going to argue that the potential is to the upside and longing it. Some people just like to own the assets themselves and not take, sides in longs or shorts. But again, I think that there is a lot of money and potential to be made here, which is, I guess, why we're making this video on it. So if you guys did enjoy the video, go ahead and slap a like and ask any comment that you guys might have in the comment section down below. I love getting questions from you guys. I'm very good about responding to them. And if you guys have anything to ask, go ahead and shoot that in the comment section down below. Share the video with someone that might need it. You never know who might need a video like this. And that will be it. So once again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.